Hi, folks. Dan Bird here. This is a midweek update, as promised. I actually recorded this a few minutes ago and Zoom crashed. So I'm going to do it all over again. First, let me share my screen and we'll talk about Nvidia. So Nvidia blew away their numbers. You can see right here, after hours, they're up 40 bucks, 8.5%. They were already up 3% during the day. They expectation was for $2.09 for earnings. They ended up with $2.70, so blew away earnings. Revenue's expectation was 11.22 billion. They ended up with 13.5 billion, so blew away revenues. And their adjusted gross margin was 71%. And you can compare that to Intel, who has an adjusted gross margin of 40%. So Intel absolutely blew it away. That's going to be good for technology stocks, good for semiconductors. Let me read you something that Zuber sent me right after they reported. He said, just like Cisco back in the day, Nvidia is the only answer at the moment. Competition and choice will come, but not today. And that's true. So you can see right now it's at 509. So that's really good news. Good news for technology, good news for the market. I think the market now will start to go higher. We still have the Powell speech at Jackson Hole on Friday, but I don't think that's going to be an issue with the market. I don't think he's going to say anything that the market's not expecting. It won't be the same as last year. By the way, last year, I just want to correct something that I said on Sunday. I mentioned that these three gap downs was Jackson Hole last year. That was in the June timeframe. That was not correct. Jackson Hole was the same time as it is this year, which is August. So that's this big, huge red candle right here, right at the day after Powell's speech. So I don't think that's what's going to happen this time. This time we actually are hitting this support level. We bounced off of it. We're going right back up to the 50-day moving average. And you can see that's basically where we ended today. I think that we will, this is the S&P, by the way. I think that we will blow through that and not get rejected at the 50-day, but we'll see. I mean, that still could happen. Let's look at the NASDAQ just as a comparison point. So here's the support level that I talked about on Sunday. We were right here in this red candle. That's where we ended last week on Friday. So on Sunday, this is as far as we got. And I said, that's where support is. And sure enough, that's where we bounced. We are now above the 50-day moving average on the NASDAQ. And after the report today, I think we are going to take out this resistance level. So it probably should negate this head and shoulders pattern unless something strange happens and it reverses and goes back down. But if it takes this out, then we will not make a right shoulder and we will negate the head and shoulders and it's back off to the races. Back to highs. And I think, like I've been saying for quite a while, we're going to hit all-time highs by the end of the year. Let me also show you the 10-year Treasury because it had a huge down day today. It was down 130 basis points. So 1.3%. You can see it right here. It actually dropped through this next support level and may come down to the 21-day moving average and maybe even to the next support level down here. That also is good news for technology stocks. So all of this is playing well for the market. The market, I think, is going to have a nice run for the rest of the week. And then we'll see how it does into September is usually the worst month of the year. So we still have to get through that. But I'm expecting a rally at the end of the year, like I have been saying for quite a while. And we'll see if that happens. The other ones that also reported today, here's, again, Nvidia. It's actually at 510 in real time. The other ones that reported were Autodesk. After the close today, Autodesk had great numbers. So up 6%, up $12.64. Also, Splunk reported today, which is a company that Zuber and I used to work for, up $10. after hours, or 10%. So they also are having a good day. And Snowflake, which actually had been down earlier, but after all these other numbers, after the other companies reported, they are now up 3.4%, or up $5 as well. So Snowflake is starting to take off. And I expect this to be the trend for tomorrow. So all of these technology stocks, I think, are going to continue higher. So that's all good news. You can see here, if we go back to the homepage, which is available to everybody, the NASDAQ, I put this right shoulder here. You can see it's already close to it. I think it's going to bust through that tomorrow and probably keep on going. So I don't think this head and shoulders, I'll be taking this off of here if that happens, because it won't be a head and shoulders pattern any longer. So again, this is all available. The homepage is available to anyone. If you want the newsletter, just register your email at breakpointtrading.net, not .com, it's .net. And there's this week's newsletter. And then if you want to sign up as an annual member or a monthly member, there's lots of other things in here, like all of these charts available for you. And there's some training, and I do monthly training sessions as well. I have the Magnificent Seven in here. So you can see Apple. Apple is starting to make a comeback. Most of these are making a comeback now. Amazon, you can see that it's just beginning to start its run. Google, also breaking through its resistance level. So Google might be off to the races tomorrow as well. Meta is just beginning to make a comeback. These are all the Magnificent Seven over here. Microsoft again is just beginning to make a run. Tesla had a big sell-off, but Tesla now is starting to come back as well. So there's lots of good opportunities out there. The other two that I added is Netflix. Netflix had a good day today, and then AMD is going to benefit from Nvidia. You can see where AMD was the end of today, but if we actually go back here and look at, where was my Nvidia chart? Well, let's look at AMD here. After hours, it's up 3%. So AMD's up to 113, up $3.64 as well. So all of this is going to benefit from NVIDIA's numbers, which were very good. So thanks for listening. That's my midweek update. Hopefully Zoom won't crash on me when I try to save this time. And hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great week trading. Take care.